cringe thing to do. It's fucking stupid. But then he wanted to run his mouth and say, oh, well, why was your dad too pussy to only serve 3 years? He was in the 173rd Airborne. They were the infantry unit in Vietnam that was basically the tip of the fucking spear.
Airborne, lead the way.
Like, it's just so cringy. They had a horrendous casualty rate. Pussy. I mean... It's mind-boggling. This coming from a fucking faggot that never even served in the fucking military. Like, I would never sit here and disparage anybody's fucking military history and let alone call him a pussy for not being able to handle it for more than 3 years if I never even put on the fucking uniform and fought a day in my life. I mean, what a low IQ fucking troglodyte.
Well, just stand at attention right now, Pepe.
Like, I know he probably thought he was being funny or edgy or some shit, but, you know, this guy is a fucking dumbass. He's always the guy that makes you feel uncomfortable. He's awkward. He never has anything smart to say. He's not that funny. But, you know, he seemed like a nice guy, so I tolerate him. But now it's today, you know, fuck that guy. Like, total fucking loser piece of shit.
You expect that much from a Trump supporter?
Fuck off.
Who are you talking about, Pepe? By the way, Marshall, great jacket. Marshall, great jacket. I'm going to get that jacket after I win the primary March 17th because we got enough signatures to get on the ballot. No thanks to you. And anyways, just want to let everybody know we're on the ballot. And thank you all for your donations. I appreciate every one of you. And Jay Bresca was the #1 donor. And then Hekima, #2. And thank you all. We are going to be on the ballot. We are going to defeat the super borrower, super spender, super taxer, Darren LaHood in the 16th district. Go to johnforcongress.com. And all you haters out there, thank you very little. But I'm still praying for your health, your wealth.
How much did Jay give you?
$150.
Nice.
But you do realize, Pepe, that Clubhouse is actually a toxic communication hypnosis, you know, fully automated, derangement syndrome driven, Down syndrome sufferers, people with ADHD, psychiatric problems.
Isn't it great, John?
What was that?
I said, isn't it great?
It is actually great in a way. However, it is your time. And so you have to be discerning and discriminating with your time if you want to be successful in life and if you want to improve yourself.
Are you admitting you have mental illness?
No, I'm admitting that people on here waste an inordinate amount of time talking about nothing.
How much did Hakima donate?
He donated $100 when he got to kick Monica to the goo.
You stream and listen to worthless nonsense all day, so I mean, it sounds like you're winning at life.
I might be projecting, but you're all on my YouTube, 25,000 plus videos. I've captured you. You haven't captured me. I've read hundreds of books. All you've done is run your mouths, talking all kinds of nonsense, saying the N-word all day, every day. That's your choice. It's your opportunity. You can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. It's up to you.
I have to say,
Chicken dinner, John.
25,000 videos of
Yeah, you all know my address, so come on by anytime. I'll invite you up for a beer and a joint. And if you don't like me, well, go to johnforcongress.com.
You're pissed stained.
By the way, I didn't move Sean B. I don't know if he moved himself or somebody else did it. That was not me.
My piss-stained underpants. Marshall, I just went to Ross and bought new undies yesterday. How did you know?
Because your internet videos show you in piss-soaked underwear doing yoga.
Piss-soaked underpants doing yoga in the sun in my apartment? Are you sure there was piss? How do you know it wasn't cum stains, Marshall?
I mean, either one is disgusting to do. Again, it's yet another reason why you don't belong anywhere near any kind of real power.
Real power. Oh, yeah, Marshall knows what real power is. And Marshall's a historian. Marshall's a great prognosticator. Marshall can see the future.
I very rarely just like people.
My little brother. I just talked to my little closer to power than you'll ever be, candidate John. I just talked to my little brother. All right, everybody, I'm in my car going to pick up some people's junk. Talk to you later. This is Marshall, the meth alcoholic in a fucking cheetah jacket. Used to work for George Bush. Oh, it's not nice. Well, Marshall's not nice, actually. Marshall is an idiot. And I hate to break the bad news to you, Marshall, but it could be a traumatic brain injury. Pepe also may have a TBI. I don't know. We're still trying to figure that one out.
Or it could be the fact that you think you're self-important so that you launched a campaign which you're not taking seriously.
No, I don't take you seriously, Marshall. I don't take you seriously. I take the campaign very seriously. But some fucking meth alcoholic in Texas in a fucking cheetah jacket on Clown House, that's who I don't take seriously. That's you, Marshall, you fucking schmuck.
We're in a conference right now, Marshall. Didn't you know, for the campaign? We're all part of the campaign, Marshall. This is a meeting.
Yeah, I'm not being part of the campaign. If he wants to record me and put me on YouTube, I'm in a one-party reporting state, so I completely have the right to say he belongs nowhere near power.
My little brother's closer to power than you'll ever be.
John, shut the fuck up. So like with Qatar, like and Serendipity said this, like in the chat, they're like, yeah, we sell the military equipment, and I'm guessing those F-15s came from us, and people come here to train all the time from foreign countries, and we train. U.S. troops will train with.
Yeah, we've been doing that for
foreigners. But when it comes to Qatar having a facility here, I would say it's just who they are as a country that I just don't want to give them any kind of legitimacy. They fund terrorism. They harbor terrorists. And of course, just like their Al Jazeera bullshit, they've been propagandists.
I think they're Al Arabiya, not actually Al Jazeera, which is different and a more conservative leaning network. I could
have swore Al Jazeera was Qatar.
The consideration for the Joint Chiefs is going to be that naval base. As long as we have a strategic naval base in Qatar, Qatar will continue to receive favor. Think of it like the Saudis after the Gulf, like the first Gulf War. We became very good friends with the Saudis. We based American military personnel there, which gave Bin Laden one of his reasons for attacking, or at least what he said.
2 planes can't bring down 3 skyscrapers.
As long as there's a U.S. naval base there, they will continue to get favors from us.
Don't forget, Marshall, 2 planes can't bring down 3 skyscrapers.
Once that naval base goes away, then we'll treat them like the terrorist funding pieces of shit that they are. But until then, we'll be nice to them.
How do you know it wasn't just fake news clickbait like everything else, Marshall?
Well, I guess, that is true. They have the base there. I guess I have to factor that in. I do realize it's just like a facility. It's not on a U.S. Air Force base. So,
shouldn't you be more worried about China buying up all of our land?
Typically train them on U.S. military bases. They don't I know, for example, that we did a hefty amount of air training for the Saudis, for example, and they got trained at U.S. air bases. They lived all.
We have to sell them. We sell them their planes. I would think we'd have to.
Yeah, basically, you have to sell them their plans, and then you have to sell the mechanics and the contractors that come with them.
It's a trade-off. Trump is really.
Marshall, we train a whole bunch at Nellis at the Air Force Base. There's
Yeah, that was
other
my impression
countries
too.
trained.
Abby, I just talked to a huge APAC donor today. He's going to go around APAC's back and donate directly to the campaign. Thank you very little, Abby.
Telling me I'm not part of it. So thank you. Can I continue to talk about Qatar? So I think what's interesting as to who will be training. Will we be training their nationals? They're wondering in their population because they're sending over. And right now they don't have an Air Force. So are we their Air Force? If they were attacked right now, would it be us? Those are my questions.
Of course, Abby, we're the police to the world. Wherever there's a conflict, America has to get involved and borrow and spend to be involved, Abby.
I'll look on Grok. I don't know the answer to that.
America's broke, 37 trillion in funded debt, 100 trillion in unfunded debt. The time of doing military police and international interventions is over.
I don't often like to tell other people what to do, but do we have to keep him around? Seriously?
I could just come back in private mode, Marshall. Do you even get that thing dry cleaned?
This autistic crap.
Oh my God, you fucking ape! Shut the fuck up. Wait, move from room.
We got him! This has been Pepe the Movie again.
Hold on. What? No, what he said.
He came back on another account, by the way.
I'm back, everybody. This is John for Congress.com. You can kick me out all you want. I can come right back and anonymous and live stream you to YouTube. The John for Congress show. Oh my God. What a waste of time.
You can take as a percentage as somebody that has these 501c3s.
Around 70 to 80%.
So that means that they got left. Damn.
So they all down 3 billion. 1.8 you guys around 13.
Do we have to keep him? Okay, this is the John Kitover for Congress show.
I told you, I explained it to you in the most coherent way.
I'm in a one-party consent state.
So my job here is done. I can only, tell you, you don't want to know something.
Okay, this is live streaming Pepe Room and Clowns Clubhouse. Told Abby that we got a big donor direct. They're going around Apex's back. That was hilarious. Okay, this is the John Kitover podcast. We're going to do this for like 25 minutes, and then I'm going to break and go file some affidavits and do some responses here. And then after that, I'm going to go to the gym. So I hope you're all having a fabulous pre-Shabbos celebration. This is Candidate John. It's a lonely world out there, but the truth is, in that loneliness, there is extreme peace. And if you had to listen to the highly neurotic people of Clubhouse waste all their time getting their little dopamine feedback loops in, you realize soon that most people are not transforming, they're not developing, they're not changing, they're not in the way of the Tao, they're not in any kind of a great way. I hate to roast people. I like that saying. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. However, I take things a little personally when I get targeted, attacked, punched and kicked. When I get punched and kicked, guess what? I punch and kick back. And here in a safe space like Clubhouse, if you can't be a little cruel, if you can't make fun of people a little bit, well, it's just not going to be very funny because deprecation and insults are funny. That's how you actually get a laugh, and it's a gag. Sometimes comedy can hurt, and the truth is, without that hurt, unfortunately, you might not achieve success in comedy. You could achieve success, though. I'm not saying that Jay Leno and Jerry Seinfeld didn't achieve huge success being the nice guy. However, when times are tough, sometimes a comedian has to roast. So welcome back. This is John. I have recorded these people for many years now. They cannot escape my gaze. So I actually don't have an anonymous backup right now. Makes me think maybe I should activate one of my phones and get the anonymous going. There is a website where you can get telephone numbers. I think it's like test-numbers.com. One impersonation is so spot on. So this morning, Mikhail messaged me in the chat and wrote all this nasty shit to me.
and I screenshotted it, and it's the perfect example of projection, where it's just self-talk. He's talking to himself. It's pretty amazing. You want to hear what he wrote?
Yeah, I would even enjoy it if you sent it to me back channel.
I can probably just screenshot it on here. I mean, actually just put it as my PTR if I can find it.
Okay, we're gonna listen to a little poetry. Here we go.
Land of the bluest heaven, studded with silver. Castles bleak and bare as the wrath of ocean, wasted wall and tower as the blast had risen, taken deep in Don John and hurled them earthward, rent and uprooted. Such rock ruins people me tribes and nations, kings and queens and princes as pure as dawning, brave as day and true, and a happy people lulled into freedom. Nations past the stormy of times of tyrants, past the sudden spark of a great rebellion, past the iron gates that are thrust asunder not without bloodshed, past the rule of might and the rule of... Okay, I hope you enjoy. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover bringing you another amazing magical poem to defeat the rhino, the COVID-19 vaccine liar. It's not a vaccine, it's a gene therapy injection. And we are going to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district, but without your help, without your support, it will be a challenge, and we need you to like this video now, subscribe to this YouTube account now, leave a comment, take those fingers now and comment. This is poetry for you. Such rock ruins, people me tribes and... Okay, I hope you enjoy.
On the scene until they were able to
Retaliation, another retaliation to that.
And re-infuse ourselves with this very... They know...
That's pleasant, but what?
Yet it's the center. Welcome, Scooby. I'm going on a date from a dating app called Hinge. I know you know what it is. She's a liberal. Her nose is pierced, but she's cute. 24 and nearly 6 foot tall. We're gonna see if she can touch her toes. Okay, that was verse 6. Big feasts of lamb, pork, and ox, of all essentialities and connections. By refusing touching freely as muddy water. But today, who can remain patient while the mud so gradually clears? Who can remain still while the moment for action so slowly emerges? Who, we observers of the great integrity, who in our times, like those ancient, when we become one, deeply lose our way, we become when Qigong sculpts sinew, so therefore, all broad of nothingness can favor and deceiver, then to dark, set be purge of coercion, allow seconds of dilation, emotions, and for doubt.
That account has 8,000 videos on it. The most popular video is of King Thaddeus here in Jefferson Park, a now deceased homeless man, unfortunately. My Free Palestine video has 5,000 views though.
These cops are going to arrest us.
on the scene until they were able to place them with Guardian.
Comment right now. We are going to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district. Darren LaHood is a liar, a fraudster, and a scammer. And we need you to like, share, subscribe, and comment right now on this video. This poem is called The Storm. In the sorrow of the silence of the sunset, when the world's heart sinks to sleep, and the waiting wind rises from the wedding of the ether and the deep, there are perfumes through the softness of the even. There are hints of flowers afar, and the guard goes down lamented by the lonely vesper star. The monsters rise around us as we move in moving mist, slow wait.
So wait, who's Joe Sahana? Free USA from Israel.
That swim is musing and low, wherever we whist, moons northward in the gray, mysterious.
Get some comedy points in here.
But World War II.
I gave you so many chances, bro. I said, what chance could you possibly give me, Erie? I said, Onyx.
You want to fuck stage trying to talk to me. And you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Lord, this honey badger know what he's talking about. And
Hey, Honey Badger. Honey Badger. Hey, Honey Badger, I got a book club room going on. We read books in the book club. Some people love to talk about Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad all the time, but they never read their books to us on this app. They just give us their opinion, which is like kind of a little bit of their memory from the books that they've read. But nonetheless, nobody actually does what they call reading books. And in these books, supposedly, if it's the greatest book in the world, and it's so true, and it's 100% right, and everybody should be reading it, well, they don't even read it themselves. So, honey, aren't you actually wasting your time with people who aren't in the book club? And instead, you know, they're just playing a gag on you?
yeah, shut the fuck up. Fuck on stage. That's what the fuck we gonna do. That's what we gonna do.
That's what we gonna do.
And she, like, they've done AI interviews with the Graham Norton show of this actress, and they've done PR kits with her, and they have artificial movies made with her, shorts and things like that.
Yeah.
And she's 100% real. And actors are flipping out because they're like, you know, you won't replace us. They're going to think they're going to use a union to save their jobs. They're not going to use a union to save their jobs. Ultimately, they will get replaced.
The secret street.
And they're going to figure it out the hard way. Like, they can exist all they want, but it already exists. Studios can use computers to make actors. They cost much less than $1 million a film.
To breathe like sea and give him rest. He lives and dies in sorrow swoon between the sea and the moon.
Serendipity fellowship.
Yeah.
So wait, you guys believe in the ego? Because you know it's a concept, right? It's not in the real world. Can't touch an ego, can't taste an ego, can't smell an ego, can't feel an ego, can't see it. It's a concept. So therefore, it's not real. There's no such thing as an ego. It's a concept. In the real world, it doesn't exist.
How's your political run going?
It's going great. We're at 1,130 signatures. Mike Moon is one of our top 10 donors, and we are 100% confident.
If I'm one of your top 10 donors, I give you $20.
Yeah, that puts you at number 10, I think.
That's crazy.
So like you pair with a bunch of other people. Joe B mailed me $20 in the mail just to say, hey, I know where you live, punk. And I said, punk? I said, you old bitch, I'm a candidate.
I did it not because I necessarily believe in you, but because one.
You said you believe in me, that we have aligning political values.
We have some. We have a lot. But also, like, I would do it just for shits and giggles at that level, just to give you a chance, like to say I know the guy that did that, and there he is, to see it on TV. I don't know. There's like I would do it anyway.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit like picking horses, but you know, Darren LaHood has $10 million. I've got $40. No, I got $340 left in the campaign account, and we have spent close to $2,000 so far. We've spent $1.50 a signature up in Rockford, and man, these ballots, they smell so bad because the main gatherer smokes cigarettes, that when I take them out of the packaging next time, I'm wearing plastic gloves and I have to get them notarized. So I also have to inform the bank manager, hey, FYI, you're not going to want to put these on your desk in your office. We're going to need to do this like on a piece of plastic because these petitions smell that bad from cigarettes. It's disgusting.
Oh wow, people still smoke cigarettes. Nice.
Yeah, the team that got the cigs. Anyways, going back to your title, the problem is the word because. And the fact is there's no such thing as an ego. There's never been an ego. And it's a concept. You could call it Freudian hypnosis, but the concept of an ego death, that implies there's something called an ego. So the ego death is really just humility and awe of the universe and the fact that we only have hours and so many breaths to take and so many days and weeks, and everyone in this room is going to disappear completely in mere hours, and then a whole new generation of new people will fill the ranks. But I'm just saying, I hope you all have a great Friday. Health, wealth, life.
Yeah. And speaking of disappear.
Transgenders exchanges that
I forgot. This is the Craig show.
Forcing ideologies onto the youth. Does that sound familiar to you? I mean, isn't that something that America has been witnessing for the past 15 years? I mean, I can actually go deeper to context of what Hitler was actually going up against. That's why I like to always state out loud, his enemy truly wasn't Zionist Jews. It was Bolshevism. It was the Bolsheviks. It was those people that did that to Germany and Austria and that region. Same group of individuals that did that.
No, dog, it was Adolf Hitler, man. Hitler fucked the whole world up, dog. Hitler was a National Socialist and a fascist cocksucking faggot with one testicle.
Yo, cheeseburgers back on that. How you doing, cheeseburger? I'm fucking cheeseburger. I like cheeseburger. You start doing it, it'll cut me off while I'm talking. But nah, I mean, you start understanding things. I know why he was doing that too. He's actually being sarcastic. But
no, I wasn't.
My bad. So,
no, I wasn't.
Germany then. Because mine's
why the Germany?
When we started,
what are you talking about?
It was all because of what happened during Pearl Harbor. America did not go into the war because of the Holocaust or what was going on in Germany. Also, the Prescott Bush and came up with a scheme called the business plot, aka the Wall Street push. I was telling you about this before, where they recruited 500,000 people. Soldiers within the U.S. to overthrow the president at that time, which I think was Wilson or somebody, and Smugs, Eggers Butley or something.
Man, DJ, if you knew the truth, you wouldn't even be talking right now, brother.
Hey, listen, I'm just telling you. Your podcast, go ahead, DJ. No, he's funny as hell, but so what happened was they hired a general to lead this charge on D.C. They wanted to overthrow the government because of the families at the time that was involved in the military-industrial complex was itching for that money. They wanted to get involved, right? And the American government was trying to move another way because of what just happened in World War I, right? We're trying to move ahead, isolate ourselves, be peaceful. But when they found out about this plot, it must have been so intricate that the U.S. government actually turned around, paid Prescott Bush, Ed Butler Smedley, whatever his name is, I'm gonna give y'all his correct name in a little bit. He actually
Smedley Butler. War is a racket.
Hey, so he went to the Congress and told them, yo, they about to try to do this to the government. The government then folded, paid Prescott Bush some money, and boom, before you know it, we was into World War II, and those families, bankrolls start rolling.
Ford was selling Nazi Germany Ford engines for their trucks.
Oh yeah, slapping the blue up was on everything. IBM too.
Coca-Cola was selling Coca-Colas to the Nazis while they're flying their bomber missions and drinking Coca-Colas.
Now, I'm gonna say this. I don't want neither side in my damn neighborhood. Antifa, man, Antifa was not pro-black. These motherfuckers was burning up any and everything. You even have black people that's inside the neighborhood saying, "What the fuck are these white folks doing?"
Be himself.
These motherfuckers that out of my neighborhood. You have black men with their guns out. You have black men.
The Boogaloos. What about the Juggalos?
Man, I'm trying some Chinese fish. I thought.
My bad, Sean. My bad.
To my main point is, I don't fuck with either side coming into the neighborhood and duking it out inside of a black neighborhood that they're trying to get rid of and gentrify. Because I see this from a real estate developer.
Red line!
We tear down the shit so we can get it for cheap and we can be able to pick up the pieces while giving the illusion that we're moving so further along and further ahead. Since the BLM riots, how much gain and progress that black people has got?
Man, you still got some signs up outside of churches that say Black Lives Matter, but that's about it.
The year of 2020 was supposed to be about progressing the black community. It seemed like once 2021 hits and Biden got in, it was
we gotta get reparations for every African American in this country. $200,000 minimum.
Let me finish cooking real quick.
You can't get reparations because you're indigenous.
Hey, Sean, let me school you on something.
They got casinos, tax breaks. They got their own country. Why can't black people have their own country?
Listen, real quick. The Boogaloo Boys, and this is official information, they were a part of the BLM whole riot. Now, let me tell you, I told y'all about the Boogaloo Boys before. Somebody else explained it to y'all. The term Boogaloo refers to the Second World War, the Second American Revolution, right? And following that is something called accelerationism. The reason why you've seen so much...
George Washington was an accelerationist.
Exactly, because they want to speed up the process of civil unrest.
Freemasons control the world!
I will tell you how crazy these people are. They were going to help burn down these buildings and do all that. If it would have got real bad, and then they would have turned around and shot the same black people that was out there with them. The hope.
Kyle Rittenhouse crossed state lines!
Listen, it's called an accelerationist movement. The Boogaloo Boys were actually a part.
Kyle Rittenhouse is a boogaloo!
Arrested. The movement is still going.
Charlie Kirk was a boogaloo!
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, Charlie Kirk's assassination was an accelerated plot.
Y'all, he's talking funny.
He does this. He trolls, but how he's trolling, he's actually putting a lot of great points out there. That's why I fuck with him. Like, you tripping right now.
Man, I'm just laughing how the January 6th, we still don't know that this is an insider job. Do anybody know who Ray Epps is? The motherfucking
Bro, they still don't. They still haven't gone that far yet.
Bro,
Man, 2 planes can't bring down 3 skyscrapers. That was an accelerationist.
We're trading white people. Think about what you really
insider
you
job.
say if you know that the feds and all these things are corrupt, and then you said they was out there doing these things, then apparently it was real. Apparently you got the corrupt side of the government was trying to show they had.
Barack Hussein Obama was a homosexual getting his dick sucked in Gurney. Why was it tranny? They CIA agents straight out of Colombia.
January 6th got they got released from jail and they got pardoned.
Correct the mundo.
And they listen, and the U.S. government said that the Boogaloo Boys, some of the members, was a part of January 6th. They were part.
Barack Hussein Barry Sorotoro Obama is a Boogaloo boy and an accelerationist.
If you look up acceleration,
he's building a tower of evil.
Understand what you were really saying. Because when they're trying to spin it the other way to the left in Antifa, they're trying to take the eyes off of them. It's like, it's them, y'all. It's them. See what they doing? Look what they doing to us. Oh, man, we ain't do nothing to deserve this. We were just...
Antifa keeps telling the people to question authority and think for themselves. If you want to learn the truth of the earth, you got to learn how to meditate.
Got immunity. I don't see how John got like immunity.
Because you got to spend 40 hours a week wasting your time. You don't read books no more. You all got brain rot. So I can come in here, do my little comedy comedy show, make you all giggle and say, oh man, thank God somebody's having a good time. Because everybody here just complain and use the word because.
Relax. Shit, relax. Y'all getting too excited. We're not here. I just got a text to come here. So I don't know if Erica's here, prolific here, or whatever, but we're moving around. So don't feel like, listen, don't feel like that we're being biased. I wasn't here until I got a text. Okay, so he's off the stage. Y'all can continue. John.
Oh no, I'm back, brother. Ain't nobody gotta text you. If you want to be a man about it.
Hey, moderators, don't bring him up. Do not bring him up. Now y'all can pick up your conversation.
I'm just saying this. This whole situation looks fishy when you got Nancy Pelosi refusing to give her phone records of what happened in that day.
Is he damn
now,
Jewish?
What January 6th is, I thought we didn't fuck with government. Mind you, most of the people that was in that situation.
Man, Mon, China.
Marshall's gonna kick me again. Marshall's gonna kick me.
So if you haven't heard about it up until now, folks, and I'll get into that in the opening salvo in just a moment from now. Mike, welcome to the room. The massive government firings are underway. They call them as everything else in the government. They have a name, and that name
Riff
can be reduced to something that's easily said in three letters. Riff, reduction in force. A reduction in force is kind of a kind way, I guess, of saying,
So I'm not
you're
sure.
fired.
Maybe the Malay goes.
So we'll take a look at what's going on with all of this and why it's happening and whether this is a good thing or a bad thing for the country.
I want to learn the history.
Are you married? And your opinion counts here, so we want to hear from you. We start precisely at the top of the hour, which is literally just seconds away. So welcome to the Critical Thinking Forum. Angelina, you're welcomed up to the stage. Congressman John, you're welcome up to the stage. John is not a congressman. John Kitover is...
I'm a candidate, Gary.
...candidate for Congress.
Marshall kicked me. Marshall kicked me, little pussy.
Over in the room.
No, I'm here,
Funny
bitch.
how that works.
I'm here, bitch.
Angelina, we welcomed you up to the stage.
I just want to tell you, Congressman John is Edmund, the dude you don't like in your room. So I wouldn't be.
Oh, I know who he is. I know who he is.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize you did.
Of course I know who he is. We're now at the top of the hour. Welcome to the Critical Thinking Forum. We're here Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. New York time.
Of course he knows who I am.
What do, oh my gosh, does Gary not understand English? What do you think about massive government firings underway? What do you think about the massive government firings underway? I gotta get the cobwebs out of my brain. For those of you who don't know, this is an explanation, not an excuse necessarily. I work overnight, and so I actually get up shortly before a gathering in the afternoon my time to prepare for the room. Sometimes even I make mistakes. What do you think about the government firings underway is a question to Jerm.
I think that I'm English and I'm never going to understand American politics.
Okay, and P.S. I don't know whether. Hold on, please.
All right.
Okay, buddy. Apparently.
Yo. Dude, that Issa podcast was hilarious.
It was with Buttercup.
Yeah, you captured a good one on that one. That's a winner. Dude, that shit is so funny. That was really fun. I listened to that whole thing, actually.
So you know what I'm saying? How does, I don't know how you said her accent.
You put my fucking name in your room title, cunt, and she just used the word buttercup? Just calling her a cunt because she used the word buttercup in her room title? What a fucking crazy bitch. I don't know.
It's a long weekend for me because I'm on Columbus Day. You know, the Italians are winning because of Trump.
Trump's executive order.
Yeah. Well, in Chicago, they took down the Columbus statue, unfortunately, and
Fascist pigs.
and they also destroyed like the whole area. So like, I don't know, there was some news article about it. I can't remember, but that'd be cool if we get a new mayor.
Did you see that the Nobel Peace Prize winner dedicated her Nobel Prize to Trump?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Somebody on my YouTube wrote, "Why are you doing this, bro? You aren't getting back up on stage." So I've been reading a lot of poetry every morning now for like many days straight. We're halfway through this book, and
hey, you never read that poem that I recommended?
Well, I screenshotted it and then I put it on YouTube as a video called Gnosis something or other, and it got like 200 views. So I have it stored because I would lose the link.
It's the polarity of opposites. It's a really good poem.
Yeah, I would read it, but I am focused. You know, you have made some suggestions to me in the past which have not turned out so great. So I'm a little weary, you know, receiving anything from that fucking Longmont. And I have I must have gone crazy off of Longmont Potion Castle because I have so many videos up about Longmont Potion Castle. And so many people leave comments like, you piece of shit, how dare you, use Longmont Potion. Everybody is so angry when they find out that it's not real Longmont Potion Castle. It's somebody doing like a spoof of his content, but yeah,
that was kind of crazy that you got kind of addicted to him, that's kind of what you do, but he has like sound effects,
yeah,
he can like,
he's funny. I see if he was on Clubhouse, he'd be everybody's favorite on Clubhouse.
Like I told you, right, like I have like a voice changer and stuff.
Yeah,
so so you never know who I am on here.
Well, it's hard having a conversation in general on this app. I mean, it is really a black app in many ways. I mean, I was just in this room, 40 Acres and a Mule.
Like kids. Like this, I mean, I don't make it so complex and try to sound so sophisticated, but it's really just that simple. Because that's something that children will do at a concert. That's not what adults that drove 200 miles across the country just to peacefully protest, like President Trump said, and nothing more. Unless you already had violence on your mind. Nobody can persuade me in a crowd to jump in that building just because they're choosing to do it. You're a fucking fool. And yeah, I'm here to protest, but you're a fucking fool. Why would I move with you?
Well, everybody needs to learn the truth of the earth and go within and take the deepest breath of the day and hold it for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 11, 10, 9, 9.
Here's the last thing I'm going to say. But people on the internet, people on the internet, it's crazy nowadays, will sit there and rewatch footage over and over again, wait for more footage to get uploaded. Oh, you see this? Oh, look at that. Why that white man let that white...
A white man? Can't he just be an American? Take a breath, everybody. Breathe. You made it. It's Friday. You got the weekend. You survived another week of this hell under Trump. Take a breath. Deepest breath of the day. Health, wealth, love, peace of mind, happiness.
You gotta effectively shut up the entire
Don't bring him back up, okay? All right, thank you.
DJ, I think you need to act like people, like the emotions and stuff can't be stirred by people is extremely short-sighted. I've seen it happen all the time. It's a big crowd outside. One person starts getting rowdy, then the whole crowd starts getting rowdy. That happens all the time, bro.
We're in Gary Baumgarten's room. Stankin' Rankin, Marshall Rankin in his cheetah jacket. He thinks he's fucking Austin Powers or something.
Oh, hey, Danny. I just got riffed. That means fired. Fired!
Well, we can't hear the critical thinking forum right now for some reason. We're going to try to go back in. But I also have to have a heart out because I got to send in an email. Actually, to my former employer.
Rude individual.
Regarding my
Get
termination.
to the other side of the pond with you.
You're done on the stage. Don't put your hand up. We're not going to bring you back on. Holy cow. Did I not explain how this room works? I know not everybody. I've gotten emails from people who do not appreciate the way I run the room. And so to those people,
Anson Burlingame sent him an email.
The way I run the room, and if it's not, and I will say this in British English, your cup of tea, then go to another room. You don't have to disrupt this room for people who do appreciate the way this room is run. Okay, so it's the first. I'm sorry, not the first. The current term of the Supreme Court just opened this week. So ultimately, I think a lot of these questions are going to be resolved by the Supreme Court, and I don't think any of us can predict how that's going to go. So I suspect that there will be challenges to these reductions in force because Congress has authorized and mandated these levels of staffing. And so that's the budget within which the executive has to work. He's saying, well, I'm going to override Congress. And he's getting a lot of support from the Republicans, especially in the House. The House Speaker, I don't know how he manages to face the squeeze that he is in. I don't envy him that position, but these guys, they fight for that position because it's second in line to the presidency. That's an important position, Speaker of the House. So that's where we are today, and I think I'm expressing from my perspective a level of confusion or lack of understanding over exactly why this is happening, and maybe some of you have greater insight into all of this. So I'm anxiously awaiting to hear what you have to say. So more hands up, that would be great. I'm now going to call people in the order in which I see them on the stage, in which people will speak one at a time. And I don't know if people would...
Okay, he's not going to bring me up. I'm just going to play the Dao De Jing, and then I have to go to my other room and get some work done.
Hey, John, what is like my art profile collection that I put on Clubhouse?
Oh, let's see. Oh boy, you got a lot. Nice. I've seen all these. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Nice. Cool. Oh, that's a good one. I'd screenshot that one. Actually, I should probably screenshot more because what's really cool is you can put any photo into Grok or YouTube and turn it into a video. These would be really good prompts for video.
Great. Yeah, it's great for content span production.
Spamming our way to glory. Yeah, somewhere better.
Well, what they say, the sage, he talks as much as he can because he's trying to get the wisdom out.
Well, it's just a paradox because the thing is with a book club, you don't need a teacher. You can be your own teacher. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he has built the marvel. Oh, that's a good one. It's a cool one. Ooh, Bubble Boy.
Yeah, I decided to post good photos. I'm pursuing aesthetics, beauty. That's one of the aspects of philosophy.
Yeah, you have to change up how to waste your time and do proper sentences. I mean, because it really does come down to keywords and people finding it.
So the issue is, I'm paper
pushing during the day, and I'm using like a remote control to like my PC on top.
I've done that before, yeah. Well, I used to do that. Yeah. I used to go home and just like relax at home and then watch The Office from my webcam and do remote. And then one girl at work one time was like, John Kitover's webcam is on. He's like watching us in the office from home or something. And I heard her say it, and then like I literally got terminated like 2 weeks later after that. But they fired everybody. But that was like.
Hey Doc, did you see that YouTube video that I posted about East Guatemala? It was today. It was pretty funny. Like,
Yeah, you'll like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a good one to play right now, actually.
And then also, like, I think, like, BB and Buttercup are, they finally made up.
Okay, you want to hear this poem, The Thunder Perfect Mind?
I do.
Okay, here we go. I was sent forth from the power, and I have come to those who reflect upon me, and I have been found among those who seek me. Look upon me, you who reflect upon me, and you hearers, hear me. You who are waiting for me, take me to yourselves. Do not banish me from your sight. Do not make your voice hate me, nor your hearing. Do not be ignorant of me anywhere or any time. Be on your guard. Do not be ignorant of me. For I am the first and the last. I am the honored one and the scorned one. I am the whore and the holy one. I am the wife and the virgin. I am the mother and the daughter. I am the members of my mother. I am the barren one, and many are her sons. I am she whose wedding is great, and I have not taken a husband. I am the midwife, and she who does not bear. I am the solace of my labor pains. That's a little bit blacked out. I am the slave of him who prepared. I am solid of my labor pain. I am the bride and the bridegroom, and it is my husband who begot me. I am the mother of my father, and the sister of my husband, and he is my offspring. I am the slave of him who prepared me. I am the ruler of my offspring, but he is the one who begot me before the time on a birthday, and he is my offspring in due time, and my power is from him. I am the staff of his power in his youth, and he is the rod of my old age, and whatever he wills happens to me. I am the silence that is incomprehensible, and the idea whose remembrance is frequent. I am the voice whose sound is manifold, and the word whose appearance is multiple. I am the utterance of my name. Why? You who hate me, do you love me and hate those who love me? You who deny me, confess me, and you who confess me, deny me. You who tell the truth about me, lie about me, and you who have lied about me, tell the truth about me. You who know me, be ignorant of me, and those who have not known me, let them know me. For I am knowledge and ignorance, I am shame and boldness, I am shameless, I am ashamed. For I am knowledge and ignorance, I am shame and boldness, I am shameless, I am ashamed. I am strength and I am fear, I am war and peace, give heed to me. I am the one who is disgraced, and the great one. Give heed to my poverty and my wealth. Do not be arrogant to me when I am cast out upon the earth. You will find me in those that are to come. Do not look upon me on the dung heap, nor go and leave me cast out. You will find me in the kingdoms. Do not look upon me when I am cast out among those who are disgraced, and in the least places nor laugh at me. And do not cast me out among those who are slain in violence. But I am compassionate, and I am cruel. Be on your guard. Do not hate my obedience, and do not love my self-control. In my weakness, do not forsake me, and do not be afraid of my power. For why do you despair my fear and curse my pride? But I am she who exists in all fears and strength and trembling. I am she who is weak, and I am war in pleasant place. I am senseless, and I am wise. Why have you hated me in your counsels? For I shall be silent among those who are silent, and I shall appear and speak. Why then have you hated me, you Greeks? Because I am a barbarian among the barbarians? For I am the wisdom of the Greeks, the knowledge of the barbarians. I am the judgment of the Greeks and of the barbarians. I am the one whose image is great in Egypt, the one who has no image among the barbarians. I am the one who has been hated everywhere, who has been loved everywhere. I am the one whom they call life, and you have called death. I am the one whom they called law, and you have called lawlessness. I am the one whom you have pursued, and I am the one whom you have seized. I am the one whom you have scattered. You have gathered me together. I am the one before whom you have been ashamed. You have been shameless to me. I am she who does not keep festival. And I am she whose festivals are many. I am godless, and I am the one whose God is great. I am the one whom you have reflected. Hold on a second. Yeah.
I need to clean up juicy. I don't have the time to write a full story, and also like I'm gathering some more of the full story, and like there's gonna be lawsuits on lawsuits. So it's just not smart for me to like prematurely do something when like I'm trying to do things right. But I want to put out like a little just like I'm coming back post, and so I'm wondering if I can use your creative juices on like just like a funny like 1 to 3 sentence thing to say. Of just like, you know, like rumors of our death have been greatly exaggerated, like, you know, something like that. We'll see you next week. Like, give them a time frame, because like for sure by next week I'll have something. But I want to put something out because my first article won't get that many views, and so I want to put out like just like you can do a short note on Substack, and so I want to do like a short note being like,
you really got to get on. You really got to do YouTube, man. I'm telling you, like a podcast format, a professional podcast format. In the same way that 560 does their stupid shit on the fucking radio, dude, you could do it on YouTube and just make it professional.
I've done it before. I've done the Max Rice Tonight and the Rice and Meat Show. So I've done it before, and I will do it again. But like for the moment, I got the Illinois record, and like yeah, I agree. That is like short-term plans. But there's a few things I need, like technology-wise, because I've done videos. I definitely need to not do it from my laptop. And then I also need like basically like how I did the first time and would blow me up is I blind emailed like 50 to 100 famous people, and like 4 responded, and that was fine and awesome. And even someone like kind of famous like James Altucher, like I fucked up and I forgot to
Altucher.
And we did a whole podcast. I forgot to record, but he was gracious enough to re-record. But I got the guy that did the Jeffrey Epstein, that broke the Jeffrey Epstein story. The guy that broke the Black Book. I interviewed him like 2015.
Well, the problem is you don't have any videos on your YouTube. You need shorts. You need lives.
No. I have different YouTube channels, dude. And like some of them taken off. I have experience in this field.
I get it, but what I'm telling you is we're wasting our time because we've already talked about this today for 20 minutes. 20 minutes could have been a podcast.
No. I'm asking you specific advice. Listen, don't even worry about that story. That story's happening, and I'm doing it the right way, doing the cool way. But like, what I'm wondering, because you understand like entertainment and attention, what's like a good and like compelling 3-sentence narrative I can send out today?
I don't know. Run it to Grok. Run it to ChatGPT. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, just kind of like because I want to tease that I'm coming next week. Because if I just publish them out of nowhere, because it's been like 5 fucking months, it's not going to get views. But if I say like, hey, Thursday, watch out on Thursday, and then that thing will get views. And so I need to kind of do a tease before Shabbat.
Yeah, you can do a teaser, but I mean, anyways, well, consider this phone call the teaser then, because it's on a YouTube short. You're 2 minutes and 50 seconds in.
Well, YouTube Shorts should know that like we're doing the, Illinois Record's coming back.
Illinois Record is coming back. He's coming.
Since May, like rumors of her death have been greatly exaggerated, and we do things right. We don't rush things.
They don't rush the
Put
story.
it in before Shabbat. People's lives are at stake.
They don't lose their tools in the mud. They don't go wasting their time digging around. They do the job right.
We're just digging, and then when we see oil, when we strike oil, we provide. Then we'll fill up your car. But we're not. No, we're not like that. We're not the Daily Mail.
Why don't we do a podcast in a sukkah?
We could, but like I'm not interested in gabbing, because Rambam said that like part of the Lashon Hara is kind of like the wasted speech that you were talking about earlier.
We'll see.
It's like wasted speech is just as bad as lying.
Well, you're not
wasting.
wasting it.
Gab. I'm trying to expose things.
Well, you're not wasting it. That's a fact. Because
True.
I'm
expose
bottling
things, then we're
it.
not. Yeah. I don't want to gab.
I'm in the bottling
opinions
industry.
on the Bears. We can talk about the Bears. I don't want to.
People
Like,
say,
we're
"Oh,
fine."
you live stream everything." I say, "It's not live stream. I'm in the bottling business. I take what you say, I put it in a bottle, and I try to sell it."
You do good, John. You're really good. You what's it called?
I can be your Shabbos
like
Goy.
You are a gadol. What?
I can be your Shabbos Goy, your Shabbos Goy podcaster.
You're not, because I do. I consider you a yid.
It's not work if you don't hit upload short. If your Goy does it for you, it's kosher.
You're not a goy though. Like I can consider a patriarchal lineage for Judaism. So I personally consider you a Jew.
You know, I went to this American Jewish Committee event, and I said, everybody was introducing themselves, and I said, my father is Jewish, my mother is gorgeous, and I said it's always been, rather bothersome to me that some people think I'm a Jew, some people don't think I'm a Jew, and I don't know, I feel that I'm Jewish. And then somebody came up to me at the event afterwards, and they were like, John, if one of your parents is Jewish, that's good enough for me. I was like, thank you.
No, I'm not like that. I'm just saying I have a controversial belief that I think that it should be patriarch. And the reason why did they do the matriarchal is because, like, back in the day, the woman would set the household. Mm-hmm. That's not necessarily how it works anymore. It's like, that's because that's kind of what they meant. It's like, because even Moshe Rabbeinu, rest his spirit, married, not a Jewish woman, but he's the man of the house. And so he's like, woman, here's how we're setting up the house. Well, and so it's kind of assumed if you betroth some girl, that she became Jewish.
Well,
and so like your dad was a real man, security man, and so I think you kind of were raised in, like, were you in a Jewish household?
A little bit, but it has nothing to do with halakha. It's a story.
It was halakha and DNA. Is like the reason why I can't trace my sister or my mother's ancestry or my grandmother's is because they're XX. You and I are XY. You can trace that Y all the way down, and that Y is a Yid. Your Y stands for Yid, for Yidding.
Well, see, this is
100%.
the thing. Judaism wants to make women feel special, give them a place of prominence.
Well, they are. I wasn't down talking women. This is just.
I'm not down talking women either. However, you do realize the statement "you're only Jewish if your mother is Jewish" is actually just something to say to women. Like, real men know that if you have a son or a daughter, you're going to educate your child the way that child needs to be educated with the law. So
you're saying Moshe Rabbeinu and King David's kids aren't Jewish? Get the heck out of here! Get the heck out of here! Some of Solomon's kids.
Well,
get the heck
so
out of here!
It's really something that women. It's something that women love to fall back on. Say, well, you're not Jewish if your mother's not Jewish. It's like, bitch, do you read a book? Have you ever read the Tanya? Have you ever read the Torah?
No, but also what kind of angers me too is because there's a lot of liberal Jews out there Like I think Judaism is a blessing. It's not blood, and that's why it was passed down as blood. Like Abraham had to decide Isaac or Ishmael for the blessing. Esau, I really think it's more blessing, not blood, and so that's part of it too. Is that a lot of Jews think it's just like you were born into it. Like no, it's a religion. Like it's not a country or like an ethnicity. It's a religion. Like I do believe that if a Jew kind of rebukes Hashem, then you're not Jewish. And also then you can be trans Jewish. You can convert. You can leave. You can hopscotch. It's not like they kind of like equate it like it's like a race. It's not. It's religion.
Well, there's a lot of very angry people out there that can't stop talking about the Jews, and I find it amazing.
Yeah, I got called JDS.
Yeah, it is Jewish derangement syndrome.
But there also is ASDS, and that's been going on for like a decade.
What's AS?
Anti-Semitism derangement syndrome, where everything's anti-Semitic. There is, and I've experienced it. I've been called the K word this year. That's not fun. Like that's definitely not fun. Or just to be like trolled if you're wearing a kippah and stuff like that. It's not fun. Like I've experienced it. Other people experience it worse. But like, we're not the only people that get shit on for our characteristics. Fat people do. Short people do. Gay people do. Black people do. Mexicans do. Polish. It's like crazy. It's not like the only thing. Like, so I think there is like two. And also like, I got in a fight with one anti-Semitism group. Because they tried to say that this guy that was like pro Gaza, this pro Gaza football player on defense sacked a quarterback that wasn't Jewish but was pro Israel, and they tried to say it was like anti-Semitism. I'm like, you got ASD, you got ASDS.
Well,
you are out of your mind. Not everything's anti-Semitism. Not everything's racist. Not everything's the Jews. A lot of things are just like a lot more simple.
See, everybody's trying to play the spy, and everyone is trying to capture the highest level of intelligence. But unfortunately, if you have JDS, in many ways, that's like saying you're an atheist. And so,
well, no, that's like the interesting thing about people that believe in the devil is they're not atheists. It's like the devil does want people to be atheists, and that's like one of the greatest tricks he pulls, since that Hashem does is real. But like the true Luciferians, not the Satanists, Luciferians, are the ones that understand that God is real, and they take the side of the Satan, of the snake, of Amalek.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of people that like are just angry at God, and like the Jews are that's kind of crazy too. Like Jews aren't better than anyone else, but they are God's people, and we're supposed to do like a certain task. And I think it's interesting that like I personally think a lot of it's linked to cocaine and crystal meth and prescription drugs. Because like, no, I'm serious. Like that's what got Hitler all fucked up on the Jews. Because she was on meth and Adderall the entire time. And I really think that like certain drugs, like kind of have you like talking to a demon, and like what's the demon gonna tell you? Kill yourself, kill other people, kill the Jews.
Yeah,
so they
a lot of people,
all the societies that end up doing like those kind of drugs, like even like the Mayans, the Incas. It's not even just kill the Jews. It's all just like like all the transgender stuff is part of that. I think a lot of it actually traces back to drugs, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Certain drugs, especially the man-made drugs.
Yeah. Well, until people realize the value of the gymnasium and the books, they're going to go for the quick fix. And the medical industrial complex pushes you to psychiatrics and psychiatrists, etc.
My grandmother, rest her soul, who I believe you met, and you probably would have paid so much money for her to be alive right now, because one of the greatest signature gatherers of all time, and a political volunteer for like 50 years just for fun, not for money. My grandma Debbie, she was someone that like, unfortunately, when she was like 16 years old, she was addicted to like a weight loss pill.
Mm-hmm.
That you can buy over the counter called Obitrol, and she was addicted to that pill from 16 to 46. And like it definitely like added challenges to her life. You would have to think. And then she ended up like getting divorced and going to rehab at the same time. And I'm not gonna blame the pill on that, but like One could, and it's like it obviously didn't help. But regardless, like she did get better from that. And the government, to their credit, they got rid of this drug called Ovitrol. But then another company called Adderall bought it and just fucking said like, hey, well, this is for ADD. And all the shit my grandma went through is fine because now it's just like a potential side effect or risk to solve like the important medical issue of ADD. How much bullshit is that?
Well, a lot of people.
Adderall's the fucking weight loss drug from the 60s that my grandma was hooked on. Same thing. No difference.
Well, I mean, I went through college without Adderall, and my roommate was on Adderall, and he was definitely prone to explosive rage. But
I got in a fight at a stand-up show because of Adderall. Because I technically have ADD, so I'm someone that should be on Adderall, but it would be really bad because it's a street drug.
well, people take Adderall, they grind their teeth down, they put out a gazillion words, and they call that productivity. It's not productivity. You're just doing hyperanalysis because your brain is flooded with chemicals, which are making your gigahertz go through the roof. I know part of life is relaxation, and unfortunately, if you speed yourself up so much to go to work, etc., really, what people need to do is work on their personality and their attitude, not the chemical.
It's a lot easier to nuke it though. Like fuck it, take some Adderall, and like especially if it's a Nazi society like Germany, because it wasn't just Hitler. It's all the Nazis, the entire soldier base was on Adderall.
Yeah.
And that's why Blitzkrieg doesn't work and Russia doesn't work, because Adderall is great for Blitzkrieg. It's not great for 3 weeks.
Well,
because the human body is the human body. It's like Adderall is great for 2 weeks. Good luck doing it for a semester. That's what the Nazis learned. That's Baruch Hashem.
Well,
Baruch Hashem.
all right. Well, listen. Anything else you want to say? Because I have to get to my other office and fill out these affidavits. Did you get your FOIA request replied to?
I have several FOIAs floating, so I'm very excited for that. I just wanted your creative juices on what should be our welcome back message, because I want to put some out before Shabbat. Just to let people know.
Just put a picture of.
If not, it's just gonna not. It's not gonna get the proper reach.
And
also, people are worried about me. I've heard that I'm being blackmailed. I'm paid by JB Pritzker.
Oh, we know
I'm paid
all
by
that.
Joe Severino. All this nonsense. He's worried about me too. Absolutely. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, no, the streets have me. Yes, the streets are on my side. But yeah, I've been hearing on social media that Democrats and Joe Severino and shout out to Joe. No disrespect towards Joe.
It's so funny. I keep promoting
I'm not
him.
working for anyone.
I keep promoting Joe Severino at all costs just because everybody seems to want to shit on him after I post. And
that's why we have to give him his respect and flowers. Is part of the reason why he's I've heard a lot of people are working for him, quote unquote. It's because he does such a good job of getting in their mind.
What do you know about his?
It's crazy.
What do you know about his sister?
He's just telling us the truth.
His sister works. His sister works for the Department of Justice.
Didn't know that. See, and apparently, I'm working for him and all these people, and I'm working with the Democrats. But I don't know any of these people. He's crazy. I didn't know that, but I respect him. I've known him since 2018. As a candidate, not as
It's either his sister or his wife. I don't know.
Could be.
Or ex-wife.
I've seen him in when you see someone in situations that are high pressure and how you react, you either gain respect for them or you lose respect for them. And I have gained respect seeing him in different electoral situations.
Mm-hmm.
And he always kind of has been someone that spoke truth to power and wasn't a wussy. Every time. And so he even technically was I never saw him as an adversary, but when we first ran, he thought I was running in the 10th district, and so he was shit talking me. So funny. And I obviously talk crap back because that's just from him to me. But I respected that. He's an actual.
So wait, Terry Newsom, you said Terry Newsom got maced?
How funny is that? Let's go. How funny is that? You know Ed Anthony, the guy that threatens me. He makes fun of you, threatens me, threatens my dad.
I don't know.
Threatens Rocio. He I call him Lieutenant Techneck. He was in the Navy for 10 years, intelligence. Fat, weird. Just says the most. I sent you some messages he sent me that were just absolutely should be illegal. I think they work for the feds. That's why I don't report them, because I feel like it's just kind of worthless. But so they're speaking at an anti-Semitism rally, which is an absolute joke. And I don't think the organization knew. They just kind of just accepted it. But and then the organization was peaceful for the most part, from all that I've heard. But Terry and Ed, the suspected feds, go to the other side and are starting crap with the liberals, and they try to mace them. And this guy is such an idiot. The wind blew back. It was the spray, not the gel. It maced Terry. He's crying. Poured milk on him. It's on the radio.
Wow.
I mean, on the TV, yeah. But that was accidental. But also, it shouldn't be why are they trying to start fights? They're not Jewish. They hate Jews. He's so freaking he picks me out for being Jewish. He depicts me with a kippah. He has a meme with me with all the black hat people. He told my dad was a pussy Jew that has never been in a fight in his life, which isn't true. My dad went to Robert E. Lee High School in a single parent household. Fuck him. My dad grew up a hard life and definitely was being a Jew in Texas. It wasn't easy. And but Terry's an anti-Semite. But because he's so desperate, he just was or a Fed is just trying to be close to every political group.
Yeah. I'd say it's probably desperation. I bet you he's not a Fed.
No, he's not. No, I think it's a not-for-profit. I think most of the Fed is hiring third-party companies that are private contractors. He's not doing this shit for fun. All these people aren't. They're driving 2 hours a week, all this time, putting themselves in physical danger. And if you actually talk about politics, they don't care about politics. He doesn't give a shit about politics. I'm 95% certain he's pro-abortion.
Huh.
What does he give a shit about? He says he just thinks the Democrat Party's too extreme. But look how he behaves.
Yeah.
Extremism, and then he was in gangs. He told me on I have the text. He said he was in the Latin Kings.
Oh, really?
And so,
Terry was?
What? He said in prison he was in the Latin Kings.
Oh my
gosh. I do think he infiltrated because he only served 2 years for all this coke and grenade stuff. And so yeah, he did infiltrate he had missed out infiltrating the Latin Kings to me, but also the Cali cartel, which was the second generation of Pablo Escobar. And he got to start with the Chicago outfit, but I believe that he wasn't snitching on the outfit. He instead snitched on people from different countries because that's what racists do. So it doesn't matter. I snitched on them, not you guys. But he ended up snitching on the Chicago outfit too. I call him two-time CI. Terry Newsom. But he's they were having sex with my wife. That's his excuse.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is all public information, no slander. So if I'm guilty of slander, then Terry's guilty of slander. So you guys sue us both. But no, I'm talking to you because it's YouTube Live. So this is a podcast.
Nobody's watching it, unfortunately, but I am clipping it.
Fine. Yeah, I'm giving you some nuggets, but these are all factual, so you can look it up on your own. If not, just watch. I had the unfortunate task of listening to his YouTube channel. That I gave myself the task, no bad actor. And the good news is YouTube gives the ability to give transcripts now.
Mm-hmm.
Even probably your videos, you can kind of see the transcript.
Yeah.
And so you click the transcript, then you can Command F, key search words. And so anyone listening and yourself, that's a very powerful tool. Because it was, I literally was listening to Terry's podcast on 3 times speed because it's so boring. And it's so just full of crap. But I wanted to map out the lies because he has such a big mouth that he, fortunately or unfortunately, either lies or says stuff that incriminates himself. So it just doesn't look good either way.
It's kind of funny how even that George Dinehard, he has no views, no subscribers. Even my podcast with him only got 67 views, but yet we all know that stirring the pot is like all we got. I mean, when you have no business, it's like, okay, who cares? Just, go balls to the walls and create some controversy.
Well, I told you, I hope you're recording now because I got kicked off 560 AM. And they basically told me that, like, they're against stirring the pot. And I told you, like, you're part of the problem. You suck. Everyone just wants to preach to the choir. Like, how does that grow America? They just want to talk about that there's going to be fentanyl in the Halloween candy on Halloween. One, like, Halloween, we shouldn't even celebrate Halloween.
Well, that's like telling
That's
people.
That's some Celtic pagan nonsense.
Well, if you say don't stir the pot, that's essentially saying don't be political and don't be social. Just go with whatever the complex is telling.
For our, and by the way, this is a penny stock. That's the funniest part. It's trade OTC. It's a penny stock.
Wow.
$28 million.
Wow.
And I told him, I'm like, you're worth 5 Chick-fil-A's. And then you're saying don't stir the pot.
I didn't know that.
I'm like, you're the freaking vegetable oil that's like stored in the back of the Chick-fil-A. You're not even in the pot. You were in the pot like months ago. Now you're vegetable oil that's being sold to some like foreign recycling company. Absolute joke. But like that is like all mainstream media right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised George Soros doesn't buy up 560 AM.
They probably will, because like basically all I said is like I had a whistleblower on there, and I rewatched it. I'm like, nothing even close to illegal was said. It's just all they care about is like their bread and butter, which is not stirring the. They have an acceptable amount of listeners they want, and because like they cater to Republicans, the governor's race is where most of the money goes. And if they piss off any, I don't even think they're supporting Bailey, but if they anger one of the candidates, they can miss out on like huge advertising and like sponsored event donors. And because like this segment made one look so bad that he arguably should be kicked off the ballot, they protected him so quickly. Ridiculous. And he even told me nothing legal. He told me it was bad radio. He said it was the worst radio he's ever had in 30 years. And I'm like, that's pretty impressive.
It's like saying it's the best radio he's ever had.
What's it called? The show preceding us is a Hollywood trivia show. It's a Hollywood trivia. And he said that was the worst show. It's like a whistleblower. And she was challenged too. That's the craziest part. Is I didn't like there was a guy that I think set me up. I didn't even know who he was. And he just like literally the entire time would just go out of his way to like defend Aaron Del Mar every time Aaron Del Mar was mentioned, and then attack this like poor woman out of nowhere. But like legally that does satisfy both sides. So like there's no legal concern. This like woman has claims, and she didn't blame anyone specifically. She was talking about her night. She wasn't even trying to talk about it. I mean, she was like she wouldn't have been there if that wasn't like what it was agreed upon beforehand. But like she got spooked out by this third guy, and I was like a little spooked out, but not as spooked out. I was like, oh. But then like rewatching the tape, like have you seen any of the clips? Mm-hmm. That guy said it was like funny if a guy gets drugged. Because I told him like, this person, like I've been drugged before. It's horrific. He was like, really? A grown man got drugged? I think that's funny.
Okay, I got a heart out of here. I will talk to you soon. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Okay, take care. Bye.